All right, golf Twitter is going crazy this morning, and it's because what if possible, this rumor that's flying around could be another huge hit to the PGA Tour and a large win
Juicy.
for LIV.
What do we got
this
here?
one is juicy. So this morning on Twitter, we saw Golf Lover UK. He says, my info's always been spot on for players going to LIV. He said, I've been informed that a top 10 player is going. He is aggravated at the new PGA Tour proposal and what he's calling the Rory Tour. He says, I'll let you guys guess for a few days. And then backing it up, another account, Handicap 54, said, I have similar information. So very cryptic, but it's just starting to take hold this morning. Who knows? Could someone just be stirring the pot? It's possible. But Mike, if there's some truth to this, it could be huge.
Well,
news.
who could it be? Let's go to the top 10 list right now.
Let me give you off the top 10, the official world
Get
golf
rid of
rankings
Rory and
as
get rid
it's-
of Cam Smith because Cam's gone.
Right,
But go
because
ahead.
you got Scotty Scheffler, right, who I would argue has already shown
think
his
he's
allegiance
staying.
to the PGA Tour, PGA Tour Player of the Year. I don't think you see him going
Rule him
anywhere.
out. We're doing process of elimination right now.
Process of elimination.
Here we go.
Is the PGA Tour finished if Scotty goes, though? Topic for another video.
Well, hey, great question. No matter what,
That's a good question.
Is this a big nail in the coffin if any of these guys go? It's tough to say. Obviously, number one would be the biggest news.
Yeah.
If Scotty Scheffler went,
Forget
there'd be
it.
some meetings.
But let's rule him
really
out.
quick at the PGA Tour. Got to rule out number two, which is Rory McIlroy. As I said, Rory's tour. If this guy is upset at Rory, it's not Rory, unless Rory's got some sort of personality conflict that we don't know about.
Yeah, this isn't difficult police work. Go ahead.
This isn't. Cam Smith already went.
Gone. Okay, we got 7 left.
Okay. Top of that list, Patrick Cantlay.
I'm going to rule him out.
Would be a huge name to go.
I know he's on that list of potential. I'm going to rule him out because just this last weekend, the dude got engaged in Napa. He's hanging out with Xander. He's boys with JT. They all stay in the same house. Jordan, he's a friend of the friends of the PGA Tour. He's PGA Tour for life. That would blow my mind if it was Cantlay.
Okay.
So we're ruling him out.
How about number 5, Xander Schauffele?
Same,
right? I mean, he's
Same deal.
running in that. You kind of can see where the allegiance are happening, but the thing that you don't know, you never know what's going on behind the scenes.
You never know.
You know, you guys could be buddy, face to face, but there could be somebody who was maybe on that fence and something happened that just turned them off. Now, again, also, this could all be speculation for nothing. It could be fake.
Right.
You know, it could be that this isn't happening. Someone's stirring the pot. But there's, like I said, there's a lot of buzz around Twitter right now this morning, and we've seen similar buzz happen before big news comes out. And who knows? Maybe someone is upset with the way the PGA Tour has been handling it.
It could be. I don't see it as Xander, though, so we're kicking him to the curb now. We got 5 left.
Here's one that I think it's possible.
Number 6.
John Rahm.
Yeah, I put him on the list. Okay.
He's
Honestly,
been one.
I think he's my guy. That
He's
goes.
your pick to
He's
be
your
the
pick.
one. If this happens, it's John Rahm.
John Rahm's been very fiery lately.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a chip, I think, right?
He's got some chip on his shoulder. He's very fiery in the interviews, either one way or the other. I don't know. I think he's the guy.
You know what I could also say you can make a case for? The international guys have been far more apt to make the jump.
Yes.
If you look at it, a lot of the guys, it's not as many of the Americans who are making the jump. John Rahm, though, one thing I could see holding back, being the competitor that he is, if this is something that holds him back from being able to play in the Ryder Cup.
He did say he was going to beat Tiger's major record, too. I don't know. Yeah.
But again, who knows? Live where it goes. Like, it could become a situation where these guys can still play in majors.
But he also just had another kid. Kids have been a big decision for a lot of these guys to spend more time with their family. Excuse?
Yeah, Patrick Reed listed as a big reason for him.
I know, it's an excuse.
He calls it an excuse.
Sorry.
But spend time with your family, excuse, he goes. Okay. Well, whatever it is, I think Rahm has to be on the list. But Rahm was another guy who was like upset with getting to a point being asked, didn't want to be asked, the type of questions. But I agree with you. I don't see the same hard-nosed allegiance to the PGA Tour as some of these other guys. And again, the international factor, a lot of
Yes.
He may say, look, I'm going to move over and play with my fellow countryman, Sergio Garcia, similar to what we're seeing.
He was vocal about him coming back and being on the Ryder Cup.
Right.
Yep.
But you see, like, the Australians kind of going together to live and playing an Australian team. Could we see a Spanish team developing? I don't know. Next on the list, Justin Thomas. I'd say nope.
PGA for life.
Yeah, can't see it. He's been way too vocal.
It's going to be the
support of
JT Tour or the Rory Tour. So, yeah.
Exactly. Colin Morikawa. No, sorry. Will Zalatoris is number 8.
I could see him PGA Tour for life.
Me too.
Especially since he just won.
I don't see Will making that jump. I think he's in a position with his PGA Tour career where he wants to be. I also don't get the money vibe from Will.
Same.
I don't see him being the guy who's gonna be wowed by $100 million. I think he's more Do
you think someone won't be wowed by $100 million?
Yes and no. There's some of these guys that I think their biggest
tough,
driver
right?
right now at their point in their career is winning certain events. I see that with Zalatoris. I think Zalatoris has something he wants to prove to the fans and prove to himself that he can win. Coming up second so much. He just won on PGA Tour, but I think Will is the type of guy who can have a 2023 season that could be outrageous.
Could be player of the year.
And I don't think he's the type of guy who's wowed enough by that $100 million
fair point.
thing to say I'm going to potentially put my ability to play in majors on the line.
Also, you got these guys like Scotty Scheffler and Zalatoris that if they keep playing well and keep winning, the live money is going to be kind of irrelevant because through endorsements and through purse,
of course, they're
just going to be making so much money.
Exactly. I mean, look at how much money Rory just took away, $17 million from the FedEx Cup. Then you got at number 9, Colin Morikawa. I don't see it. I just don't. When he more recently said that he just the answer is no, he came out very stern and being like, because the rumor mill got churning again. It was around TPC River Highlands, around the Travelers Championship. The rumor mill got churning and he came out and blatantly said no. He's like, it's not happening.
Let's put him in the category with Rahm right now. And let's talk about number 10. Who's number 10?
Rahm's still my number 1 seat.
Wait, hold on. Cam Smith also did come out and say that he wasn't going to go.
So did Brooks.
So what are these blatant no's? We can't take that from these guys anymore.
No, I don't believe those anymore.
But I also Colin Morikawa is one of the most chill guys on tour. I don't see him being the guy who gets riled up about the Rory Tour.
Yes, so there you go. Detectives work. I could see him and Rory are close. I don't see him being like, this is it. I'm upset. I'm leaving. Yeah.
Morikawa, I don't know. He's too laid back for me. I don't think he's the type of guy who's driven.
So Rahm is still the front runner.
Rahm can be fiery, as you said.
I could see that. Yeah, yep.
And then number 10.
10 is who my pick is. It's
Victor
Hovland, right?
Victor Hovland.
Because again, you got the international.
Yeah.
You've got the he's Swedish? Sweden? Norwegian.
Yeah.
I believe he is Norwegian.
I feel like we need our fact check.
I know he's not Danish.
He's not Danish.
There was an article.
Yeah, no, he's a Norway guy.
Okay.
But I could see him being with Rahm as the 2 out of 10 top 10 that could be part of this. Now we just have to pick which one. Hovland, though, again, I don't see him talking bad about Rory like that.
But he's also that international.
All signs pointing to Rahm.
But I could see Hovland being the guy who quietly is like, that's
exactly.
not. Yeah. I don't see him being out there and an
Abraham Answer.
Having going all in on Rory in a press conference and just being like, whatever. But I could see him being like, that put me off. That whatever it was about the way that structured that tour. I could see him being like, that's not my thing.
But I don't think it would put a Hovland off. Like the tour giving them more money. He's still a young gun. I feel like for a Rahm.
Well,
he's
a lot of people. The point is that they argue is that the tour was a bit messy with it. First announcing it, and then now kind of backpedaling a little bit on how that tour is going to be. We still don't know the structure. There's all the thing with Tiger and Rory, and they're talking about even this almost like an indoor, a simulator type of thing.
Stadiums.
Yes,
it's going to be held in MetLife, stuff like that, so the fans can be there.
Right.
Interesting.
Now, how that could get them upset, I'm not 100% sure. But
I feel like that could. I feel like people could get upset from that. If I was a player on the tour and the tour was directly doing business for another player, if Rory's name's on this TGL before it even launches, I feel like other players can be like, "You're just lining this dude's pockets."
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think there's going to be guys who could quietly be upset with it and just being like, hey, I was on the fence and then that was it. That makes me turn. But for us, I would say we're narrowing it down. We're saying if it happens, it's either Rahm or Hovland, right?
That's our detectives
That's
work.
our detectives
We're breaking
work.
it down to those
That's
two.
So there's a big if, but like I said, golf Twitter was going nuts today. There's a chance that something could be brewing, and if it is, I'll tell you what, it would be another hit to the PGA Tour. And the PGA Tour, if you lose another top 10 guy after just losing Cam Smith, you got to start thinking about ways to either, if you want us to keep going head to head hard nosed against LIV, how to stop the bleeding, or find a way that settle this, work together, so it just doesn't become.
I don't know what they're
going
going to do at this point.
Who gets who?
Monahan can't at this point be like, you know what? We fold. You guys can all come back and play whenever you want.
How do you think that guy sleeps at night?
Yeah, because
do you
now
think-
the guys who stayed are like, I didn't get my $100 million.
He probably walks into work every day and be like, "Please don't hit me with any bad news."
Guys taking Ambien to go to bed every night.
Turn off notifications.
Yeah, because you don't want that notification. I think what it could be is it could be a situation where they find a way that I think for them to work together, both sides would have to show wins to each other. I don't think the PGA Tour would just fold and just say, fine, we go back on everything we said. I think it would be something like the PGA Tour saying, fine, guys can play, but then LIV has to give something up.
Right.
Like LIV has to shift their schedule so they're not directly competing with PGA Tour events. I still go back to Ernie L's idea where all the LIV events would be held in like the fall season, the off season.
Yeah.
But who knows what it is. But you guys let us know. Do you think that this rumor is true? Does it hold any truth to it? What makes you think that? And then if it is, who do you think is that top 10 player who might be making the jump to LIV? Either way, big news happening. So stay tuned and let us know your thoughts in the comments.